Well, you're welcome to Against All Odds, the international break, done and dusted. So we get back to club football, more like active football and where the excitement really is. Guys, Raheem Sterling is part of our calls because he's had a very good few weeks. And then we also have Man City, Bayern Munich, and Juventus. Welcome, guys. I'm Okun, and I have Deji with me, Deji. Well, another week, back to Against All Odds after the break.
Good to be back after the international break. Hopefully we'll hit the ground running and make some really good calls. Well,
let's start off with Fulham and Man City in England, Deji. We're thinking City will not just win, but we'll see goals in that game.
Because it's a case of best record versus worst record. Manchester City, best scoring side with 79
maybe best
goals.
record versus best record.
Yeah, I mean, best
at conceding.
Yeah, goals conceding record. They've conceded 70 goals so far this season. Fulham, worst defense in the league. City with the best attack, and you just feel that this is a game that would really give you goals. City have been scoring for fun as well. Scored 15 in the last 4 games. So it looks like they are back in that vein of form. Gabriel Jesus scored during the international break. Raheem Sterling cannot stop scoring. It's really hard to see how Fulham
Aguero's rested and all of that.
Well rested,
All right, so in Italy, Juventus, we think we'll beat Empoli. That's because Empoli have a very rich record.
Another case of best versus worst. Juve with the best home record. They dropped just 2 points at home this season. Was the draw against Genoa earlier in the season. And then there's an Empoli side who've lost 9 of their 13 games at home this season. Very wretched record in front of their fans. You really fancy Juventus to bounce back from the loss to Genoa last time out and get to win versus Empoli.
I said in Spain we decided to avoid Espanyol and Barcelona in the derby. So decided to go for Real Madrid against bottom place Huesca. Straightforward.
Well, Kun, Huesca have been in poor form lately. Worst record away from home in the league. And Real Madrid coming off that win against Celta Vigo 2-0 just before the international break. You think they'll be in great form and they'll be looking to keep up that run against Huesca.
And let's go over to Germany, DJ. Freiburg up against Bayern Munich. Bayern too good to lose.
But, we just think that they would avoid defeat at least. That's what we're banking on this Bayern Munich side. They've won the last 6 games in the Bundesliga. They're a side in great form. And I'm sure, the title chase, fighting against Borussia Dortmund, always playing at the back of their minds. I'm sure they'll be really pushing hard. They've been in great form lately. As I said, last 6 games, they've had victories. So, looks like a good one.
Last 6 Bundesliga
games, they lost to Liverpool, of course, in the Champions League. But I'm sure they'll be really willing to push in the league.
But Toulouse hosts PSG, DG, and this is the PSG side who are really, really good in form, and they are waiting to win yet another league title.
Toulouse versus PSG, that's the call we're going for. PSG haven't dropped points in the last 7 games in Ligue 1. Haven't dropped points since they dropped points versus Lyon a lot of weeks back, and they've been in great form. They're looking to get another league title after the disappointment in the Champions League. So you'd really fancy them against Toulouse. Toulouse have been in poor form. They've not won 8 of the last 9 games. They've been draws here and losses there. They don't look like a really solid side, to go and face PSG.
Well, our biggest call this weekend, DG, is the tie between first and second in Holland. Ajax second up against PSV Eindhoven. Goals in that one. Yeah,
the score goes 167 goals between them this season. Lots of goals
in the league.
In the league.
So if you include the Champions League and what happens in Europe, then you're going to be closing in on 200.
A lot more, Kun. And the last fixture had 3 goals in it. So looks like great omen.
Do I tell you what the scoreline was?
What? 3-0.
3-0.
Of course. It was 3-0. It looks like a game to back the goals. I think there should be at least 2 goals in this one. Seems a pretty good call. Last 6 matches more like for Ajax. They've had 18 goals. PSV 10 goals in the last 6 meetings. Last 6 matches more like. The goals should flow. We think just 2 goals at least.
All right, so 3 goal scorers, DG, as usual on Against All Odds. Raheem Sterling. This is someone who can't stop scoring.
Great for his club, great for his country. He's got back-to-back hat-tricks. Hat-trick for Manchester City, hat-trick for England as well. And I think the confidence is just there for Raheem Sterling. It had to see what will stop Raheem Sterling. Only thing that could stop Raheem Sterling Ocon will be Pep Guardiola not playing him versus Fulham. But if he gets to play, then you really fancy him to score. Got to goal as well in the reverse fixture. So everything pointing towards a Sterling goal.
5 goals in his last 3 games for Bayern Munich. 1 for Poland over the weekend, DG. Robert Lewandowski is the man.
5 in his last 3 for Bayern Munich. And he scored during the international break as well.
His first goal for Poland in 8 games. And then, of course, Kylian Mbappe.
Scored for first during the international break. So
and he scored 8 in his last 6 for PSG.
Okon, we're going with guys who score for their clubs, score for their countries.
All right, so that's it, guys. Those are the guys we expect to get the job done for us this particular weekend. That's Against All Odds. DG, Okon. We return next week. But subscribe to this channel and have fun.
Yep.